that some House Democrats misunderstood its language. Democratic Congresswoman DeGette supported the bill but threatened to block it because of the anti-abortion language. Congresswoman, thanks for joining us. First of all, you, according to the New York Times, stormed out of the Speaker's office when you realized what was going down over this weekend in these late-night votes. How did this happen? If people such as yourself, activists, members of the caucus, could have been so blindsided by what the Speaker agreed to get those 40 votes?
Well, we really weren't blindsided. What happened was a group of anti-choice Democrats said that they would vote against the rule to bring the bill to the floor if they weren't allowed to have their amendment. And then what happened was when we got together enough votes to pass the rule, they then said, well, we're just going to vote against the bill. So we had to make a terrible choice of letting this amendment go to the floor and then voting for the final passage of the bill or killing the health care bill. And, you know, this bill's too important. It provides health care to 36 million Americans. But on the other hand, this amendment goes far, far beyond current restrictions on abortion. Right now, the current law says no federal money shall be used for abortions. And that language was included in the base bill. What this amendment said is women in the exchange, including middle-class women, trying to go into the public option with their own money, now cannot get abortions covered as part of their insurance.
Congresswoman, what did you have to say to Nancy Pelosi, or how disappointed are you with the House leadership over this?
Well, Nancy Pelosi felt just as badly as I did about this, and what I said to her, and we have 190 members of the Congressional Pro-Choice Caucus, and a large group of us are saying that if this language is contained in the conference report, then we will not vote for the conference report, and so it needs to be stripped out in the conference.
What about on the Senate floor?
We got enough.
Do you think it's going to be included in the Senate version?
Well, it hasn't been included in either of the committee versions in the Senate. In 1 hour on Saturday night, we got 40 people to sign a letter to Speaker Pelosi telling her we will not vote for a conference report that contains this draconian language. And frankly, the women of America should be furious, because this doesn't just say no federal funding for abortion. This says women cannot use their own money to buy an insurance policy that would include a legal medical procedure.
I was told that you've requested a meeting with the President. Have you heard anything back from the White House?
I spoke with Rahm Emanuel on Friday when the President was over at the House, and I told him we wanted to meet with the President as soon as we get back next week. And we have a number of members who have signed a letter to the President asking for a meeting. Rahm said that he would make that happen, and I expect we'll be going over to the White House next week. And we're going to tell the President the same thing we're telling the Speaker, is, look, we're willing to compromise. We're willing to say no federal funds can be used for abortion. That's the Hyde Amendment. That's been the law of the land for a long time, but we're not going to say that women can't have full access to a full range of reproductive services as the devil's bargain to pass this legislation.
DeGette, Congresswoman from Colorado, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you,
Andrea. Let's bring in our panel. Adam Nagurney, the